Are you just getting started on Instagram or just considering about getting serious about your personal brand on Instagram? Well, I have mega news for you in this video. You are not too late to the social media game, and in this video, I'm bursting the bubble on how to really use your Instagram account to grow and monetize it in 2019, no matter how many followers you have. Hey, welcome back to my channel if you already know me, and if you don't, hey, I'm Samantha Kazuch. I'm a six-figure entrepreneur teaching you how to grow your influence and how to get paid to post on social media. Now, if you're new to my channel and want to learn how to grow and monetize your personal or business brand, you definitely want to hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notifications every time I post a new video, which is usually weekly. All right, so as always, diving straight into today's topic, all I have to see is I'm seeing so many videos here on YouTube for 2019 teaching you how to grow fast and quickly on Instagram, and you know what, you guys? A lot of them are just filled with freaking crap and strategies that worked for the past few years, but they are not going to work moving forward. They are just not. And in this video, I'm breaking down the do's and don'ts on Instagram for 2019. So if you're currently watching this and maybe you're sitting at 1,000 followers or so, actually, I'm not even going to talk follower numbers, because no matter what you did to get to your current follower number amount, you're probably going to want to start using Instagram differently using these tips for 2019. So first off, if you're brand new to Instagram, you are not too late to the game. If you're just getting started, it's actually the perfect time for you to get started. Social media is officially not a fad, you guys. And if you're just getting started, it's really just begun. And we're just really at the tip of seeing how powerful it is for businesses, personal income, and the overall influence of today's society in general. And it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's going to become such a big part of how people make income on social media. So do not ignore it. And if you're here to grow your account and maybe you don't have a financial strategy behind it, it's truly time to ask yourself, what the F are you doing on Instagram? Because if you're trying to grow a following or influence, as I like to call it, you better have a business plan behind it. Now, when you join Instagram, we all see these accounts with 1 million followers, 500,000, shoot, 50,000 is a lot to a lot of us. Don't be discouraged. And here's why. Those people got to that following. If they're at that following right now, they got to it when there was no algorithm, there was no filtering, there was no process, there was no really strategy to get these accounts to that number. People started getting these accounts to these followings with tits and ass. I'm just gonna be real here. Exotic pictures, cool stuff, just things that really attracted people visually, but there was no such thing as actual influencers yet. And I know a lot of people, especially women, because I am friends with a lot of them that have these 1 million+ followings of dudes, and they can't get a product brand collaboration or sponsorship or anything because their engagement rate is literally crap. It might be a lot of likes and comments, but it's not an engagement following. So if you're just getting started, if you're just literally getting started, it's seriously a good thing, you guys. I can't stress that enough. You are honestly more valuable to brands and companies than the 100K+ follower accounts. So please stop comparing, stop rushing the process to gain followers, and look more at the long-term game plan, which is what I'm going to be talking about specifically in this video. So I've talked about this in previous videos about engagement rate. Go watch that video if you don't know what that is or how to calculate your own engagement rate for your Instagram account. That's the video that will be very much more in depth. But here's what I want you guys to think about as you grow your Instagram account from today moving forward. Real influence on Instagram isn't the number of followers that you have. Real influence is the niche targeted influence with followers who actually engage with your content. And engaged following means engaged comments. So what is the difference? You want the content that you post to inspire engaged responses, and you want to focus on the comments that are engaged with your content, if that makes sense. It's a little circle. So for example, if you've downloaded my free influencer post checklist guide, first off, if you haven't, click the link in the description below to get it. You'll know what an engaging post has to have. It should inspire focused comments, and examples of what an engaged audience would comment like is, for example, if you posted a picture of your food or something and someone's like, oh, well, what's the recipe for that? Or how do I make that? Or maybe you posted a workout picture and you posted, you know, your workout plan that goes with it. Someone will be like, oh, well, how do I do a deadlift or something like that? Or maybe you posted a fashion picture and someone's like, where did you buy that handbag? Or if you're on a traveling trip, someone's like, oh, what's the hotel or resort that you're staying at? Those are engaged comments. It's not just the pretty, oh my God, you're so hot, and oh my God, you are so sexy, and a bunch of million heart eyes, or marry me comments, or damn, or, you know, follow me back. Those are the comments that are just like, yes, of course, we all love those comments. I'm not ragging on those comments whatsoever, but I want you guys to start paying attention to the comments that you actually get. Yes, all comments are good. However, let's start paying attention to, is your content inspiring good engagement, or are you just getting hard-eye comments? So again, it's not that you don't want any comments, but the comments that you want to care more about and that you appreciate more, and the stuff that can really see if your content is working, are the followers that actually engage with you, and not the ones that just think that you are hot. So that's the stuff that you want to focus on when you go to post. Do you guys see the difference of what I'm talking about right now? So if you're posting the sexy pictures of your tits and ass and showing off your abs and whatever, totally fine. It's going to get you the likes and comments. But think about it this way, moving forward, companies are getting smarter and smarter over the next few years, and that shit is not going to fly. A company is going to quickly check out your profile when they come to you. If you want to do a collaboration, they're going to look at your comments. They're going to start analyzing all these things, because now companies are getting smarter. How are they spending their money? How's their engagement coming back to them? How are their sales doing with their influencers? So they're going to start looking at things more in depth than they ever were before. And if they go to your profile, and like, if I was the company, that's what I would do. If I was going to be working with an influencer, I'd go to their page and be like, okay, well, let's see their engagement on their comments. Because that's the one thing that you can actually see. You can't see what's going down in the DMs straight away. You can't see what's going on with clicks, but they can see what's happening. So if there's like if there's a picture or post with just like a ton of just like fluffy comments, I like to call them. Again, yes, we love the fluffy comments. We love the endearing, like, oh, thank you, the flattering things. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying from a business perspective, this is all business mindset here. If I was a company and I saw a post and that's all that it had, I'm probably not going to work with that person, because their engagement rate doesn't give a shit what they're talking about in the caption, what they're posting about in the picture, except for, hey, they're hot. And this can be male or female. I'm not talking about just women here. I'm talking about both things, and I'm talking about any type of account. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, because you all see this too on Instagram, and you'll look at things differently on Instagram moving forward after watching this video too. So if you feel me on this, if you know what I'm talking about, if you're now like, oh yeah, you're totally right, Sam, hit that like button if it makes sense to you. So just think about it. As you are getting started on Instagram or continuing on moving forward, you're truly ahead of the game. Those first, now called influencers, that got to 1 million+ likes got there because these guys and girls were just like what I mentioned, just posting that shit, not trying to monetize, not even knowing what was going to happen on Instagram, if it was going to be around a few years later. And now, I can't stress enough right now that you have the power to start with a proper long-term game plan. And the micro-influencer game plan is the plan that is going to get you paid long-term. So get it out of your head with the likes and followers. Start posting focused and educational content for your niche, and celebrate the real engagement that you get on your posts with quality comments and DMs. And if you're going to ignore this advice, and if you're going to try and follow the guys and girls or the accounts that are at 1 million followers and post the same sexy, exotic stuff or whatever, you're not going to grow. Everyone is sick of that shit. Let them have that space. There are hundreds of accounts already doing it. Be different. Bring value to the platform. Teach people, inspire people. That is where true value is going to be moving forward on social media. Now, it's not to say don't post sexy stuff. By all means, do it. but do it with purpose. Don't just put like your sexy hot picture or whatever the picture is. Don't just put that and put like a bunch of emojis or some like brainless caption or some quote that doesn't even like inspire thought. Like, you can tell the post where someone just posts something, they just find some quote on the internet and that's it, and there's nothing behind it. Put some meaning into it. Like, you can totally post a sexy picture. I do it. I'll post stuff in a bikini. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that there is. Put some intention behind it. So say if you're in a bikini, tell them something about your diet. If you're a shirtless dude, tell them about the shit day you had at work and how the gym makes you feel better. If you're posting something in lingerie, tell them how it makes you feel confident to put that on. And maybe you had just lost a ton of weight and now you feel so good wearing this stuff. Like, make your post relatable. That brings me to my next point, that the perfection trend is so over. People want real. People are getting more woke. And if you guys don't believe me, trust me when I say this. I've been going through this over the past few years, and this is why I've started teaching this stuff, because I'm seeing this shit firsthand. I'm working with companies every single day, and I hear what they're saying about influencers and what they're looking for and what their goals are for their social media growth and working with influencers. So pay attention. Be smart with your social media. Stop looking at what's worked in the past, because it's not going to work moving forward, like at all. Basically, you really have to run your Instagram like a business. So learn it. Pay attention to this stuff. It's a mindset shift. And you really have to, in a sense, just like put your blinders on to what's been working for other people and learn to truly connect with your fan base, with your authenticity, and stop posting just all like the glamour shit. And if you want to be a real influencer, Instagram should not just be your highlight reel. Those days are so over. And for the ones who are going to be successful on the platform, you got to be real, be you, post about what you struggle with, be vulnerable, connect with the realness. And no, it doesn't have to be a sob story every day, because no one likes that either. Just learn to connect with your authentic truth and be able to connect with your followers in an influential way. Does that make sense? Hit that like button if this all makes sense to you now. Just be real. And I know I've said the word shit in this video a ton of times. And what's funny is like in my last couple videos, I was dropping F-bombs and shit, because when I talk really passionately about stuff, that's what I do. I start cussing a little bit. And it's funny because I've been getting some comments recently on videos saying, you're too pretty to cuss. Like, can you please stop cussing in your videos? First off, that's my exact response when I read this. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? But this is my authentic self. Like, I'm creating these videos with you guys right now, how I would talk to you if you're a real friend of mine. So why would I filter myself on social media? Because if you met me in real life to in person, I don't want there to ever be a difference. Like, this is Sam, this is Samantha. If you see me in real life, if you become friends with me in real life, if you see me on stage, if you see me wherever it is I am, like, you're not going to see one version of me in one place and one version in another. Like, it is 100% real all the freaking time. So that comes to my last point of this video, is to really find your authentic voice. And you're going to, I don't want to say have haters, but you're not going to have everybody agreeing with you 100% of the time. And that's okay too, because there's a place and a following for everyone. Like, those people that don't enjoy me saying the word shit or dropping an F-bomb in a video every now and then, they don't need to watch my videos. I'm not going to be changing how I am for somebody else. I only change myself for myself. Does that make sense? And I know that was a little side rant, but that's just an example of how your authentic self won't be liked by everyone, and that's truly a good thing. You want to share the good days, share the bad days, share the ugly. Don't be whiny all the time, but don't act like your world is perfection all the time either, because that doesn't exist for anyone. It's just like a happy medium balance of posting the realness. So I really hope this video gets through to you watching this. And if you're ever scrolling on Instagram and start feeling overwhelmed by all these high follower accounts, come back and watch this video for a pep talk. And if you haven't already, download my free influencer starter guide. It's in the link in the description below. This guide teaches you how to start creating a highly engaging social media account and content specifically for Instagram. And when you get that free guide, you'll also get access to my private Pays to Influence community Facebook group, where I do weekly live answering the community's questions all about how to become an Instagram influencer, how to get paid to post, how to figure out how to charge for your posts, and all of that influencer business stuff. So I thank you so much for tuning into this video. I really hope it changed your mindset for Instagram for 2019. And if you want to be a social media influencer, people want the realness. They want to feel connected to you. And if you want to learn more on how to do that and how to run your Instagram account like a business, like a professional influencer, check out the videos in my other business Instagram video list. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you again so much for watching. See you next week.